If you could not tell from the everything, I am not a heterosexual cisgender man, but I do play a game that lots of cishet men like to play, which is called Remember This Athlete, where basically dudes will just sit around for hours, just listing off niche athletes they remember. But I saw this edit. I forget who the player was, and in the background of this highlight reel, I caught a glimpse of Sergio Rodriguez, and I just burst out laughing. It just got me on this whole like thought spiral about process sixers I think about a lot. Hi, I'm Lev, aka Lisco 2000, and happy Pride. I was just thinking about process sixers and, you know, other people of the time period that I think about all the time for no reason. I am a process sixers sicko. Like, I'm a sicko about basketball in general, but it's this one era of the Philadelphia 76ers that my brain just latched onto it, you know? I was just watching and learning about the league through the lens of the process sixers, and I think that's really cool. We have a couple process sixers in the finals right now. We have TJ McConnell on the Pacers and Isaiah Joe on the Thunder. But I don't think anybody else is still left, but that's in the finals. There were a bunch in the playoffs this year. It's just, you know how people talk about like the Popovich coaching tree? I think that exists with being a process sixer. And that's a point that I'm gonna have to flesh out at some point in like an actual scripted video essay situation, but I think that exists. I think I can trace back so many players and coaches and just people in and around the league that go back there. But let's talk about who this video isn't about. So this video is not about Ben Simmons. It's not about Markelle Fultz. It's not about Jahlil Okafor or Nerlens Noel. It's just not. We've had enough discourse on each of those four over the years. It's not about them. Those are four players who I love and I'm always wishing the best for. And Markelle got done so dirty. To quote the great J. Cole, I don't really think he's great, but to quote J. Cole, I pray for Markelle because they fucked up his shot. But this video isn't about him. It's also not about James Harden. It's not about Jimmy Butler. It's not about Tobias Harris. It's not about JJ Redick. It's not about Drew Holiday. I don't even think it's about Jeremy Grant. And I already said TJ McConnell. It's not about TJ McConnell either. Those are all people who have gone on to become very successful in whatever way that means to them and are happy and have found a role somewhere. And also, I'm tired of, I like TJ, I like Jeremy Grant, I like Drew Holiday, but everybody else, I'm tired of hearing about them. This video is also not about Joel Embiid because he is still a current Sixer, and also, can we stop with the Embiid discourse? Oh my god. Oh my god. To quote the great Karl Anthony Towns, oh my god! This video is not about Dario Šarić because everything I do is about Dario Šarić, so why would I include him in this video? You guys already know all about him if you know about me. This video is not about Robert Covington, it's not about Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot, it's not about Ersan Ilyasova, it's not about Nick Stauskas, it's not about Justin Anderson, but here are some process sixers I think about a lot, and we're gonna be starting off with Sergio Rodriguez. Do you remember Sergio Rodriguez? You know, this actually really calls back to the whole like Gen Z nostalgia thing. I don't know if I've talked about that, but I find the way that Gen Z does nostalgia to be evil and depressing, and I hate it. I think the whole sad, like, why are things not like they were when I was a child? Like, remember when, like, I just find that whole thing just reductive and unhelpful and gross. I'm somebody who can't handle change very well, but I still find that just gross. I don't know, something about it just rubs me the wrong way, and I feel like this game is kind of part of that, but it's also creating an oral history of athletes no one talks about. So let's see what Sergio Rodriguez is up to. I actually have not Googled any of these. Listen, when I sit down and make a video that's just a yap sesh, I like do a little outline, but I can't force myself to research when it's not like a video essay. What the hell's he doing? He's 38 years old. He has the nickname El Chacho. Oh, he retired. Okay. Most recently played for Real Madrid for a couple years. Damn, he has hella awards. I feel like this guy is like the Spanish Frank Kaminsky. I don't know if that's correct at all. If that wasn't correct, unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. Don't unsubscribe. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. So it started with Sergio Rodriguez. I've been thinking a lot about Corey Brewer. He had that 10-day contract, and I think it was 2019, where he just cooked James Harden in this one game, and it is insane, and he was having so much fun. He knew that was it. He knew that was his last shot at the NBA. I think he retired shortly after that, or maybe not shortly, maybe a couple years after that, but you know, that was his last shot at the NBA. He was old, he knew it, and he just cooked James Harden. And that was so beautiful. I think he's a coach somewhere now. Let me take a look. What's Corey Brewer up to? Okay, he retired in 2020. So he actually did retire shortly after that. He is now an assistant coach for the New Orleans Pelicans. Yay, everyone say yay, Corey Brewer. Yay! Yay, Corey Brewer. I miss him. He's somebody I think about a lot. So this is somebody that this video realistically shouldn't be about. I think about Furk on Korkmaz every day of my life. Not in a good way or a bad way, just to remember this guy kind of way, because it is just such, I don't know if this is a classic tale or anything. It's kind of just, you know, you fly too close to the sun. Furk, you flew way too close to the sun there, buddy. So if you don't know the lore on him, which you probably don't, you might if you're as much of a sicko as I am, but basically he was this like perennial bench player for the Sixers, drafted in, I think it was 2017, or at least his rookie year was 2017, 2018. He went in with Ben Simmons, I'm pretty sure. Just a perennial bench player, was on the team for a very long time, until I think 2023. But the thing is, he had been secretly requesting trades up until that point. So he requested 2 trades, and then he, I think, requested another one, and then finally got traded. So what happened after he got traded, so mind you, he was not a very good basketball player. Well, obviously he is, you know, he's a very good basketball player, but in the NBA, like, bottom 50 dudes, okay? Never really got any playing time, which I guess is why he wanted out. I think the Sixers were the only team that would have given him a roster spot, because guess what happened? He gets traded, like, deadline day 2023, and he gets traded to the Pacers, I'm pretty sure it is, and the Pacers are like, absolutely fucking not. No, and they waive him immediately. And then he falls off the face of the earth and he never plays in the NBA again, at least not as of yet, and we never see him again. Yeah, so I think this lesson is like just you get what you get and you don't get upset kind of deal. Like, I think that might be the like idiom I'm looking for. Furk what a guy. The one thing I remember, oh my god, there's more to the story, guys. Hold on. The one thing I remember about him is that he started like thirst trapping on Instagram for a while, starting with like the bubble. He just suddenly like was thirst trapping all the time until he got traded, and then he hasn't thirst trapped since then. But if you look at his Instagram between the years of 2020 and 2022, yeah. And the other thing is that he got jumped. He got jumped at Eurobasket, which I fear that's actually not that uncommon. I know many people who have gotten jumped at FIBA. Actually, I don't. It's him and it's Dario. I'm sorry. Those are the only 2 like FIBA jumpings I can tell you about, and Dario barely even got jumped, but Furk apparently got jumped by 20 people from the Georgia national team. 20 of them. I don't know how legit that statistic is. I don't know why. Don't know why they would do that. Yeah, he got jumped though. He got jumped at Eurobasket in 2022, and then he requested another trade and got traded and fell off the face of the earth. What's he doing now? He's playing for some team in Turkey. It's just a cautionary tale, I think, because like I feel like this happens at times with players who are so good like in their country or at their college or like where they're from that they think they will be that caliber in a completely different league and environment and then just don't pan out that way, but they still think that way. And I think Furk is an example of that. Who else am I thinking about today? Oh my god, remember Zhaire Smith was like a Sixers rookie in 2018 and he had a peanut allergy and accidentally ate a peanut and it almost killed him. He never quite came back from that. Came back wrong. Didn't come back the same. That damn peanut. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know what it was with a peanut in it, but that damn peanut. People say the process failed. I don't think the process failed. I think my hot take on the process is that it wasn't about winning a championship. It's about the friends we made along the way. Because I made so many friends along the way. Shake Milton is my friend. He's not. But like, that is a friend to me, you know? Like, we made friends along the way. We met so many players. We went through so many different shenanigans as a fan base, and I guess the Sixers did as a team, but that was the most fun time. That's the most fun I've ever had being a basketball fan, honestly. I have not had fun like that in so long, especially not being a Dario Šarić stan, buddy. It's been the gauntlet for the past, like, what, since he tore his ACL, it's been the fucking gauntlet for me. So, remember Jared Bayless? We're having such a good game of Remember This Athlete. I'm having so much fun right now. This is just hard. This just shattered my heart right now, this little ditty. Not that ditty. Like D-I-T-T-Y, okay? This picture, bro. See, I said this video wouldn't be about them, but it is. Oh, Tony Roten. Oh, Tony Roten. Oh, Tony Roten. I could write books about Tony Roten. I remember him. Do you remember him? I remember him. Oh my god. Not to say remember Mike Muscala, but remember Mike Muscala? Oh my god. Wow, my brain is just digging people up. Amir Johnson. I said Amir Johnson, right? What the hell is he up to? I remember Amir Johnson. I just love remembering, guys. Oh, this book exists. There's this book called Tanking to the Top that I think I read a few years ago. It was good. The thing with something like that is that you wrote that in 2020. Like, for a full, like, real retrospective, we have to wait. I mean, I think the process is over, right? The process era is over. But I think if we're gonna do a retrospective on it, we have to wait so long, my friends. We're gonna wait until Joel Embiid retires, and we're gonna give it like 5 years after that until we write a retrospective. It's the same thing where, like, you know, like when Netflix like rushes to make a documentary right after something happens. Remember when Tubi did like the downfall of Diddy? I am talking about that Diddy now. Like, you remember that? When, like, it literally came out, like, the week that everything came out, and it's like, you don't have anything yet. There's no way to do a retrospective on this because it's literally happening right now. That's how I feel about the process. Or at least a process, like, biopic, retrospective kind of deal. That's how I feel about that book. Where it's like, why did we do this at the time that we did? Mind you, there's only one mention of Dario in that book, so I gave it like 3 stars. No, I'm kidding. But there is only one mention of Dario. I think Monty Williams is a process success story, like as a coach. I think Brett Brown needs to make a comeback in some capacity. I don't know where he is now. I think he was an assistant coach for the Spurs a little bit ago. I don't know where he went. Well, I loved him as a head coach, but I do agree with people saying he was not ready to be a head coach, but I loved him as a head coach anyway. And I am sad we fired him. I know. I was begging for them to fire him at the end of his tenure, but I miss him now. Oh, holy guac. Amoli. These aren't even processed. There's the 2017-18 one is the last real process one on here. I think, for me, I think the Jimmy Butler trade is what sealed like the process era, but I think the concept and the aftermath is still happening. I think we have run to the last hinky pick that happened a couple years ago, I think. There's somebody on my mind. I'm trying to figure out who that is. Sonny Weems! Sonny Weems, that's who it is. Oh my god, Sonny Weems. Sonny Weems, we need to talk about Sonny Weems. We're talking about Sonny Weems, you and me, right now, okay? Shout out to my friend Donnie. This part of the video is dedicated to my friend Donnie. In our college friend group, we were the only 2 people that knew basketball, and at one point, we were kind of obsessed with like the Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao, like, you know that video with Shaq?
Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao! Ni hao! Ni hao!
One of my favorite videos of all time. So we were looking around at like, you know, CBA rosters. We're like, who's on the Guangdong Tigers right now? And we get to Sonny Weems. And for some reason, we just become obsessed with Sonny Weems. And then we find out he's a process Sixer. I actually didn't even know this until pretty recently. I lose my mind. Donnie isn't a Sixers fan, I lose my mind. Guess what, dear viewer? Guess what about Sonny Weems? Do you want to know who wore number 9 for the Philadelphia 76ers? Between Andre Iguodala, my first favorite player ever, and Dario Šarić, the NBA player I have had a special interest on for the past 5 years? Take a wild guess, my friend. Sonny Weems. Sonny Weems wore number 9 for the Philadelphia 76ers in between Andre Iguodala and Dario Šarić. Like, how perfect is that? Do I think I have some kind of spiritual connection to players who wear the number 9? No, but maybe I do. Where's Sonny Weems now? I actually know the answer to this. I don't think he's retired. Yeah, he's still playing. He has this like Sonny Weems camp thing he does in Arkansas. He's from West Memphis, Arkansas, and he does a camp there every year. He played for the Guangdong Tigers from 2018 to 2022, and then again from 2023 to 2024. He is now on the Shenzhen Leopards, so he's doing well. He is a 3-time CBA champion. Good for him. He has this Instagram series thing called Weems World. It was something he was doing during lockdown where the videos just start off with this like note where it's like this glittery kind of sound. It's like a woo, like, you know, and me and Donnie, it's like a sleeper activation thing. I am like a Pavlov dog to that sound because I just go, Sonny Weems, Sonny Weems. There's this live stream of him at the CBA like Champions Parade one time where he goes, we live at the parade, and it's just so, I love him so much. I love Sonny Weems. Sonny Weems, would you like to send me to Summer League? Those are the process Sixers I'm thinking about. Actually, I'm gonna give a little epilogue for Shake Milton because Shake Milton is still in the league, pretty successful, you know, has a bit of a journeyman at this point, which is crazy to say because I remember when he was, I don't know if he was drafted, but I remember when he, you know, appeared out of the ether. But there's this one time in March 1st, 2020, right before everything shut down, and the Sixers had a game against the Clippers out in LA, and Shake Milton went on a heater. He tied the record for threes made in a game with, I think it was 13 in a game. Insane. Bonkers. I wish he broke that because he's in my top 3. I think it's Dario and then him. And number 3, I think is tentatively Joel Embiid right now because I love Joel Embiid, but I feel like it should be somebody more niche knowing me. That's my top 3 right now. But besides the point, Shake Milton is on a heater, and there's this tweet that goes around with this quote that, again, this is an oral history. There's this quote that is not, you know, certified or verified in any way, but it's, help, damn it, Paul George on guarding Shake Milton. That's beautiful. I'll leave you with that, my friends. I've been Lisco 2000, and wow, this was supposed to be my accessory in this video, my little boba. Look at that! Look at that little drawing. Haven't took a sip this whole time. I'm Lisco 2000, and this has been Dudes Will Sit Around for Hours just listing off niche athletes they think about a lot. And these are my Patreon subscribers. Hello, little Patreon subscribers. If you'd like to join them, there is a link in the description. It is $1 a month for Lisco 2000 goodies. And to be in the credits of my videos. Just all sorts of things. It's so fun. I'm also doing this thing that I'm calling the monthly mailbag, which I think it'll, by the time you guys see this, which I'm recording on, I think June 4th. So I think you guys will see it. I'm trying to film the monthly mailbag around June 15th. I'm doing this thing called monthly mailbag where if you comment or send an email or like any kind of, if you get to me, if you reach me somehow, I don't check DMs on anything unless it's a very rare occasions, Instagram DMs. If I really like your vibe, Instagram DMs, but I rarely check DMs on anything. So you can comment a question, email me a question. I might answer it in the monthly mailbag, and Patreon subscribers get first dibs. I will put you guys, I think I'm gonna make a list of maybe like 30 questions that I'm gonna try to answer, and I will put if I like a Patreon subscribers thing, I'm gonna list them like higher up and not replace them. So cool. Yeah, we're still working out like the format for that, but that's gonna be lit. If you have the money to fly me out to Summer League, hit me up. Bye bye.